please just get us through China. Don't catch us. All that China needs to do to help North Korean people is letting them go through their country. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Yeonmi Park and I'm a North Korean defector human rights activist. So guys, today in this video, we are going to talk about North Korea's version of Jin version. Just literally last Monday, there was a North Korean defector man in China who is only 29 years old, looks like 70 years old to me, who was escaping China's prison for freedom. And before I say anything, let's watch this video and see what kind of journey that he took to be free and what kind of threat he's under right now. This was October 18, 2021. It was literally last week, and I actually cannot even think of what I was up to on October 18 when this man was risking his life to flee this prison. His name was Ju Shanjan, and I don't know how exactly I pronounce his name, but his family name is Ju. He's only 39 years old. He escaped North Korea around 2013, and he crossed the border and into China. And China charged him for actually sentenced him more than a decade for a crime that he crossed the border illegally. And second crime was he stole $230 of USD, and he had robbed and like a robbery. Where in America, now I'm living in America, even some murderers don't serve that kind of sentence. Because this man was a North Korean, he was charged for this amount of sentence in China. What was more shocking about this charge is that why this man, just 2 years before his release, he made this daring escape, risking his life. It's because once he served that 11 years sentence in Chinese prison, China was going to deport him back to North Korea, and which means death. That's what it means. When North Korean defectors being reported from Chinese authority back to North Korea, we are exposed to torture, starvation, and public execution and lifetime imprisonment. And because of that, when China says we're gonna send you back, for us it's like sending a Jewish person to the gas chamber. It's exactly the same thing. And China was going to send him back to North Korea in 2 years' time when he's gonna be done serving the sentence. That's why he made this daring escape. China put $23,000 on his life. Anybody report on him, they're gonna get 3,000 USD as their reward. And this problem shows so many things. Of course, this guy who crossed into China, he was very vulnerable. He had to steal to survive, right? Chinese people would not just come and give you food, and you have to hide. And of course, I'm not in any way justifying that he robbed $230 USD. But this is the modern day of Zhang. Like, these people have to steal bread to survive. And this man had to do that survive. He was a coal miner when he was in North Korea. There was no way for him to find food and find shelter to survive. And if China had a better policy, not a policy that I'm talking about accepting North Koreans as refugees, all that North Koreans are asking of China is, guys, do you know what it is? Literally, please just get us through China. Don't catch us. You don't have to give us food, you don't have to give us status or anything. Just let us go through China to freedom. We are the only refugees in the world right now that so many countries readily want to accept North Korean defectors. The South Korea, USA, Canada, UK, Australia, Sweden, Switzerland, Japan. This list of countries are willing to accept and giving a refugee status to North Korean defectors. All that China needs to do to help North Korean people is letting them go through their country. We don't want to even stay in China. We don't want to stay in China. Who wants to stay in China? We don't. And China, because they are so afraid of letting the North Korea to collapse, they are helping North Korean regime to capture these defectors back to their country. What is really a hell? Like, to me, the definition of hell means the country you cannot live. And North Koreans are not able to leave the country because there's a dictator putting fences and threatening people who wants to escape. And China is helping this evil regime to containing this innocent 20 million people inside the country. And if they do everything they can, risking them to escape, China capture them, sentence them, and then try to send them back to their home country. Right now in China, in this Jilin, just one prison, there are over 450 North Korean defector inmates in that prison. Their crime is just being born in North Korea. That's it. In my journey, like as a North Korean defector being sold in China, going through human slavery, and then crossing that Gobi Desert into having no idea if I'm gonna make it or not. The only thing that haunted me was, why God did you make me born in North Korea? What have I done to be born in North Korea? All these people, only thing they have committed was their crime being born in North Korea. I'm sure that people like a lot of you have lived in the free world, were born here in America, having no clue what that means. What that means that you are being born in the free country. People have a zero, most of people in America that I meet, they have a zero appreciation that they were born in a free country. It's not because they were great, not because they did something right. It was a pure random luck. They were born in a free country and not being able to understand the people's, this like tragedy that they are facing, the suffering they are facing because they were not born in a free country. And this is what I'm fighting for. To me, nothing is worse than injustice like this. You are being punished for your birthplace, right? Because that is the one thing you cannot change. You cannot change your skin color. You cannot change your homeland. And that's what I mean. Like, you cannot punish people for those things that they have no saying on it. And this is one of the injustices that we are facing as a humanity, that we are facing, that we need to solve. So thank you guys for joining me in this channel and coming to see what's happening really in the darkest corners in our world, and what really North Koreans are going through against CCP, against North Korean regime to survive. And really, survive means like finding food in this 21st century. So let's fight together to preserve our freedom and free these people. Thank you guys for supporting me. Please join me on my Patreon and Locals. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.